Good morning. I'm Andy Myers at Weiss Research, and this is your morning market update for Tuesday, August 30th. Jen Amos is off today. Stocks on Wall Street are pulling back from yesterday's big gains, but futures had been pointing to even bigger declines earlier, before the release of the latest data on the housing market. The S&P Case-Shiller Index showed that home prices in 20 major U.S. cities rose 1.1% in June. And in the April through June period, they increased by 3.6% over the first 3 months of 2011. But compared to last year's levels, prices in June were still down about 4.5%. Following the data, Treasury prices are rising, as investors seem to be swinging back toward assets perceived as relatively safe. The yield on the benchmark 10-year note is dropping back below 2.2%. That search for safety is also helping gold. It's jumping 2% to around $1,830 an ounce. Meanwhile, the dollar is holding on to modest gains against most other currencies. And that strength in the dollar is weighing on oil prices after a big run-up yesterday. Right now, crude is dipping back below $87 a barrel. Traders are also digesting the Conference Board's reading of consumer confidence for August and awaiting the minutes of the latest Fed meeting. That report should shed some light on the decision to hold interest rates at ultra-low levels for the next 2 years. 3 members of the Federal Open Market Committee disagreed with the move, the most internal dissent in nearly 2 decades. The economy is also on the minds of European investors today. An index of economic sentiment for the 17-nation Eurozone fell more sharply than expected this month, marking its biggest decline since December of 2008. And a separate reading of consumer sentiment dropped more than 5%. Stocks across the continent are modestly lower on the news. On the corporate front, we're watching shares of Dollar General. Fiscal second quarter profit and sales at the discount retailer topped estimates, and Dollar General lifted the low end of its earnings forecast for the full year, sending the stock up nearly 5%. Homebuilder PulteGroup is also on the rise, jumping 5% after an upgrade from Ticonderoga. But moving in the opposite direction is LDK Solar, down more than 2% right now. Both Wells Fargo and Needham cut their ratings on the Chinese solar panel maker after it reported a loss for the second quarter. That's the latest from Weiss Research. Have a great trading day.